Hello YouTube, this is William. Third time maybe it's charm. I have gone through 2 of these little scan discs. First 2 won't upload. They're old, and so I don't know what happened to my good one, but I had to go buy another one while I was in town so I can do this video. And basically it is, this video is to cover the last week events. Okay, let's start with Wednesday of last week. Wednesday evening there was a limb in the neighbor's yard, fell onto the high line or power line, and it caused the transformer to be loose. I mean, it knocked the transformer loose on the pole across the street, which feeds us electricity. And the transformer was just sitting up there, and the line was just arcing. Okay, so we was having power surges and low power and all this other good stuff. I noticed the power went off and it came right back on. So I kind of just really thought, well, maybe it was just a loose connection. This done. It's over with. No, it wasn't. So I kept noticing it. The fans were running slower. The lights were dimmer. So as soon as I recognized that, I ran and turned power off to the house. And as I was turning power off to the shop, the power people came up. But anyway, before I could get power turned off, it burned up the washing machine, the dryer, the microwave over the top of the stove. It burned up fans and clocks in the house. But more importantly, it got my grinder, my new Fear grinder. Basically, the controller is fried. I'll show you what the controller looks like. This is the controller. You can see the little crispy part here and here. Okay, and this is the controller that runs my Fear grinder. All right, so that was Wednesday evening. I mean, the next morning at 5 o'clock, I was on the road headed to Atlanta to the Blade Show. Okay, so I couldn't do anything about any of this. I did send an email out to the manufacturer and trying to get that started as to what I needed to do to get it repaired. I sent him pictures of it and all this other good stuff. My kiln was also knocked out, but thankfully it had an internal fuse. I replaced the fuse on it and the kiln works fine. So the only other thing I lost in the shop was my radio. My radio, right here. No tunes. No tunes, no worky. So I gotta get me a new radio. Alright. So, the next day I rushed off, 12-hour drive to Atlanta, to the Blade Show. Phenomenal experience. Phenomenal. Had a blast. Dogs barked and howled and all this other good stuff, but it was worth the pain. I mean, all of that walking, I've never done so much walking in all my life. Over 1,000 booths. You go through it one day thinking you've seen everything. Go through it the next day, hundreds of tables you missed. And I mean, just table upon table upon table, and suppliers, knives. I mean, just I was in heaven. So anyway, more importantly, at the Blade Show, I had lost count of how many people came up to me and introduced themselves, and I want you to know that it meant the world to me. I appreciate your support. I know I told you then. But again, let me just say, you know, it was amazing how many people came up to me and said hello, and I do appreciate that. That was the highlight of the trip, to be honest with you. Okay, I also was able to sit down and talk with a bunch of people there at Blade. I was able to sit down with Dave Canterbury, Jamie Burley, the Pathfinder knife shop people, Miss Iris, all those people. I mean, they're just like family. First time I'd ever met them face to face, and it was as if we'd have known each other for 50 years. You know, it's just like brothers. We sat and talked both days intermittently. Probably, I don't know. It seemed like minutes, but it dragged. It had to be an hour or two. I'm not really sure. We talked a long time about knives. I mean, imagine that. Me and Dave, we talked about the Moore company for a while. He showed me some of the pictures that they took. I think he's loaded them up on Facebook since then. But anyway, amazing time. Jamie and I talked about knives, books, grinds. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. But anyway, it was really fun meeting the Pathfinder group, Jamie and Dave and Miss Iris, and again, appreciate the hospitality, folks. I was able to sit and talk. Well, we didn't sit; we stood the whole time. We stood. Talked to LT Wright. LT had talked to me on the phone a time or two, and I asked him to give me some pointers on the new shop and to kind of give me some advice on that, and he's done that. And I was able to thank him face to face and talk to him very briefly. So that was great. Dan Eastland with Dogwood Knives, he's helped me over the years. I've called him up with questions on heat treat with the kiln and steel and his thoughts on steels and things like that. And so he's been very helpful throughout my learning curve on this kiln, and it's still learning. You learn every day. But anyway, he's been very instrumental in that. And I was able to shake his hand and say thank you face to face. Talked to him several times on the Blade Show. Great guy. Phenomenal knives. Check him out if you can. Dogwood Knives. I was able to meet other people at Blade. Joe Mobley was there. I was able to meet him face to face. First time we talked on the phone, but first time I was ever able to meet him face to face, shake his hand. Jonathan Burton with the Bearded Burton, I was able to meet him face to face. I mean, we had talked several times, but it was the first time we'd actually met. Chris Tanner. I actually did an interview with Chris Tanner, a brief one on the Master Woodsman. He saw it, and we did a brief interview, and I think that is on his channel now if you want to see that. I also have a link to it in my customer reviews playlist, and also the Woodsman's playlist. There's a link to that video, or you can go to his channel and watch it. He's going to do an actual review on the knife whenever I can get one to him. We have to burn some midnight oil to get it to him, but we'll get it to him as quick as we can, so he can do a review on that knife. He really liked it. Just Malcolm Chowdhury with the Hidden Woodsman. He was more than nice and accommodating. I sat at his booth for a little while, and phenomenal product. As a matter of fact, I've got some things on order for him from him. Very high quality work. Check him out, the Hidden Woodsman. Just do a search on Google for the Hidden Woodsman. He does packs and haversacks and possible bags and things like that. And just great guy, great product. I mean, just as durable can get. So check him out if you need a bag or a pack. I met Joe Honeycutt with Black Feather Knives. Great product, a little bit different than my style, but hey, he makes a good fine product. Very high quality work. So check him out if that's your cup of tea on knives. Just on and on and on and on and on. Saturday I was able to Homer Mayo, a good friend of mine that I'd met last year at the Rendezvous, the Southern Rendezvous. He came up, and we was able to spend Saturday together walking around and meeting people, and that was a lot of fun, and enjoyed that very much. Just on, and I'm sure I'm missing people, but it was a very, very great. It was just a phenomenal trip. I got mosquitoes is attacking me, but anyway, so I drove back Sunday. and got in Sunday evening. So Monday and Tuesday I spent on the phone with insurances and the manufacturers and all this other stuff. So to sum it all up, I have a new controller that's supposed to be here today, which is Thursday. I just got back from town from picking up another grinder that I purchased. I said I'm not going to be down another week like this, so I'm going to have a backup grinder. I've always wanted a Burr King, so I just bit the bullet and put it on the credit card and said somehow, some way, if I'm going to do this, I'm building a new shop, then it's time to just dive on into the pool and see how deep it is. But I know that with the blessings of the Lord that this shop is going to continue to grow. So I got the Burr King. It's in the back of the truck right now. We'll put it together tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get it together tomorrow and get that going. And the other things, I mean, the appliances and everything's supposed to be in here tomorrow. We've been doing without a washing machine for a week now. So our clothes are kind of stretched a little thin. But anyway, hopefully we can start doing laundry again tomorrow. It's just been one thing after another. Rolling with the punches and keep pressing on. This new shop, I got word today that they had received the final estimate from their estimating department on my loan. Of what the value of the building will be and the land and all this other stuff to see how much they're going to give me on the loan. I have a verbal on it, but again, they're waiting on the paperwork. So it's not 100% yet, but it is better than half, I would say. So they're saying that they're going to get back with me in the next few days. So hopefully next week I'll know exactly when all this is going to happen, when the papers are going to be signed and all this other stuff. As soon as I know, I'll give you guys an update. The 10,000 subscriber, we're very, 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 very close. I think last time I looked, last night sometime, it was we're at 9,960 something, so we're less than 40 away. So if you haven't said I'm in on that video, not this video, but the 10,000 subscriber video, and if you don't know which one it is, go back through my videos and look through them. It's probably about 4 or 5 months old. Go back through them and there'll be a picture of a Kephart style knife, and it'll say 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Go on that video, watch it, and it will tell you how to enter. Okay? Be sure and do that, because it could happen next week. It could happen that quickly, especially with Prepared Mind 101's video out now of the Master Woodsman. So it may get a few some new subscribers from that. So what else is happening? Man, there's just a lot of things happening. Oh, the books. A lot of people saying that they didn't know I was an author. I'm an author. I've got 2 fiction books out. First one in the series is Wilderness Challenge. Second one in the series is Freedom's Challenge. Both of them were self-published. The first one was self-published through Tate. Tate went out of business about a month ago. They went back, filed bankruptcy, and released my contracts. So I was without a publisher. Jamie was instrumental, and also Jason Hunt directed me into a new publisher, and I am working on that. I'm hoping to have the Wilderness Challenge back up on Amazon here in the next few days. And I'm actually changing both books to be with the same publisher. So the cover's going to change. Nothing is going to change as far as the writing and all that, but the covers is going to change. It's going to be new covers and all of that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. As soon as I get the links and everything for where you can get those books, then I will do a update video and let you guys know how to get those. But they'll be on Amazon, they'll be on Kindle, they'll be at bookstores, they'll be anywhere that you can buy a book, you get it from there. Okay, So it sounds like it's going to be a lot better deal. I know Freedom's Challenge was very expensive. It was $30-something from the old publisher, but this new publisher is only going to be like 15 bucks, okay, for the book. Of course, Kindle will be cheaper than that. But anyway, so that's good news. You can get both of those books. I think that is it for right now. That's a lot of stuff we got covered there. So until the next one, you guys get in the backyard, go whittle on a stick. And be sure and take a child with you. You get the opportunity. And don't forget there's plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. We'll catch you again soon. Bye.